Hey y'all, so we went to the Tractor Supply store to pick up some of those stall matte flooring. It was suggested to us from Glamorous Wallflower, and these are the truth. They're super thick. They feel very durable. I think they're going to be excellent in our home gym. The guy suggested that we wipe them down with Pine Sol and water and then let that sit 24 hours, spray on some Febreze and let that sit for 24 hours. So that's what we're doing here. Met Home Goods. I'm trying to decide on a calendar for the office, but I cannot figure it out. They have this. That's really cute, but I want it wide. I don't want it long, so I can do like months and not days. So figure it out at some point, I guess. I'm using my phone because I left the camera at home, and I did intend to bring the camera, but I forgot it. But after this, I need to go to Kohl's and then Home Depot, so I'll see y'all. I'm sure this is no surprise to anyone else who shops at Sam's, but boom. Okay, get into this. So first I'm gonna find my Sam's app, because child, that's what you gotta do. Then you're gonna go in there and you're gonna go to Scan and Go. Then once you go to Scan and Go, you could just scan all the items in your cart. Okay, y'all see me? I'm in the checkout at my phone. Then you can just pay right from your phone. Y'all, after you slide to pay, you could just walk out the door. You don't got to stand in line or nothing. You do have to flash your phone at the door so they can see the barcode. I made it back to the house and I got a package. This is my office chair. I'm gonna open it up and see if it was a waste of my money. So this morning I had to go to the post office to pick up my package because for whatever reason they didn't make it to my house with this. And then I had to make the return that y'all saw me make. I was actually returning one because the first one Amazon sent me, the pre-drilled holes weren't done well. Creed. Okay, so I didn't clean the house today. I didn't clean the house yesterday. You know, like your house ain't dirty. It ain't dirty, so I'm not weary, but I'm just letting y'all know this just is what it is. But I wanted to give y'all a update. I told y'all that the couch came, but I didn't show you what the couch looks like. So this is the couch. We just got a 2-seater, and I had these pillows on both chairs, but I'm just playing with this here. Let me see if I can back up. And then I really like this green and blue. These pillows are, I think they're 18 by 18 or 20 by 20, and I put a 26 by 26 pillow inside so it can be thicker and more full. And I love how wide the arms are. Like, look at this is my hand. So the arms of it is very wide, and it's in like this oatmeal color, but it looks really good in here. So we could have gotten one bigger. We actually had a 3-piece. So there was gonna be one in the middle, but then I thought, I don't want the couch to eat up the living room because this isn't gonna be like the everyday kick your feet up type of thing. Like, yes, we're gonna be sitting here because I'm not one of them type of people that want a room that's not being used. But I wanted to make sure that it still felt airy with this space being like almost fake open concept. Like, it's open, but like we got the stairs, and then the downstairs, the family room area is where we really hang out. The next new thing, my mom got us this really pretty, what do you call this? I know the name of this. It just slipped my mind. Fiddle leaf tree. We got this from At Home, and it came in this rattan seagrass bucket thing, and it's so pretty. It's about 6, I think it's 5'7" or 6 foot tall. I don't remember, but I know it's taller than me. And I need to clean this mirror. It's a mess. I had this mirror in the garage for some time because I didn't think I wanted to bring it in the house, but now I'm thinking I'm gonna leave it here. Look at him, y'all. He is a mess. And the next new thing, we have, my battery's about to die. We have this thing here, a Lazy Susan from IKEA. And I got these vintage coasters for the table from Goodwill. And then the last new thing is this coffee maker that I really wanted. My mama bought it for us like the day before she came. And I've been making iced coffee. I'll probably show y'all that at some point. Another new thing is this computer stand so he can stop stressing his neck. All right, my camera's gonna die. I'll be back. I love this. Y'all, look how nice. I got these all white pens for no reason, even though I have a bunch of pens downstairs. They were cute, so I got them. What else? What are these? They're gel pens for sure, and they have, oh, they're 0.5. They're like really pointy. And then I got me a 21-22 planner, and this one is really good. They give you a lot of space, so I'm excited to be able to use that. Use that for school. Of course, it got the little thing where you can close it. Put that there, and I'm gonna put my iPad in this slot too. I guess when I go school shopping, I'll get some more supplies to go in those areas. But I love this. Look at that. Now, what I really want, I'll talk to y'all from here. What I really want is to put, I think I want to put this mirror up, and my art from Christina. A lot of you all may know her, Christina Martinez. Put her up on the wall just as a cute little backdrop. And I need to bring my books upstairs. I have one, y'all. I got a backpack. I'm a schoolgirl, period. So I need to put my books upstairs so I can put everything out. So yeah, I don't really know what else I'm doing today. But if I do anything, y'all will be the second to know. Y'all, first of all, having new friends, it just tires me right on out. I be just exhausted for no reason. So he let me sleep through him putting this up, even though this was supposed to be in the vlog. Well, you know everything in the vlog this week. So we got a ceiling fan. I picked it up. We're doing the gym. Now you want me to do some work? I mean, since you here. I'm asleep. And we got those floors from Tractor Feed. Y'all have probably seen that on Glamorous Wildflowers channel. It was suggested to us that we wash these with Pine Sol, let them dry, spray them down with Febreze, let that dry before you bring it in the house. I agree, because it's not as strong as it could be. And then I just got 2 plug-ins in the wall.
Is it straight now?
Yeah, run that from them. Yeah. Because everybody's is different, and at the same time, if we talk and we compare, and then we try to like minimize each other's experience. Yeah, you see. The people don't want to hear that. Yeah, it's straight. If you wasn't supposed to eat from it, why did the tree of knowledge, a tree of knowledge of good and evil exist? Like, if you could eat from every tree in the function, but then this is one tree you're not supposed to eat from, why was it there? If God had just created everything, you know what I'm saying? He could have just left that out. Like, he could have just been like, was it like a test from the jump? Because that's really childish. Just give it childish, guys. Give it childish. Like, if you ain't want me to eat it, you should have created it because you had just created it. So it was like you made it on purpose. Sis pulled the fruit off the tree, allegedly. Allegedly, because you know, we ain't snitches out here. I ain't finna just be like, yeah, sis ate that apple. How y'all know? It was probably him because they be the only ones not following the instructions. Anyway. You gotta be careful with these people who rewrote these Bibles, because I'm just knowing. Sis didn't eat that apple, but for the sake of the word, sis, you walking with sis, she pulled the fruit out the tree, then give you some. If you walking with her, that means you saw her pull it off the tree. Why would you eat it? If you knew yourself that God told you not to eat from the tree, why you didn't tell her, hey bro, put that down, like, bro already told us we can't eat that. But no, here you go. Oh yeah, this is good. And then God say, hey, I think y'all over there eating off that tree. Well, I realized I was naked, so I was hiding from you. I didn't want you to see my body. And God was like, so how you know you was naked? And then he was like, she gave me some meat off that tree. Boy, you definitely could have not eaten it. Like, what? Adam should have been named 6'9". Hey, no. I want to know what snakes looked like before they were cursed. Because he said, now you will slide on your belly. What was snakes doing before that? They was walking? Because on their belly is where they belong. I'm pretty sure. Honey, because I don't want to see no walking snake.
kiss before you come back.
I got a package. My mama bought me some perfume. This box feels kind of light, but this might be it. Oh yeah, it is. Ooh, it's hot. Oh no, she got me some Burberry. I hope this don't stink, cause I was like, you know, I'm not the type of person that you buy. Yeah, I'm sweating profusely because it's hot in my house. I'm not the type of person that you buy perfume for. I like to smell things on my skin. Like, I prefer to go to the counter, put it on, and then walk around the mall. And by the time I leave, I can decide if I want that or not. Because you gotta let it work in your body chemistry. You can't just be out here liking stuff fresh out the bottle. That's not how perfume works. Don't say I ain't never taught you nothing. Perfume smells different on everybody. My mama says she really like this. I guess she think we got the same body chemistry. I don't know. Well, let's. Oh, it's kind of musty. I like. All right, I don't know. You don't rub, you pat. Pretty sure I'm not gonna like this. So we'll see. I'll be back in about 20 minutes to tell y'all if I smell like my granny. Already decided this was a no, but then my husband smelled it. It smells like you just got out the tub. It's soap mixed with flowers. Yeah, it just smells like dish soap and flowers, and it's not giving what I needed to give for me personally. So I'm gonna package this up, send this back to my mama. It may work well with her body chemistry. I'm saying this about me. This stank for me. That don't mean if you wear it, it stink on you. I'm just saying this don't mix well for me. Rose garden or something. Yes, it smells like a fresh rose garden. And I don't like floral. Like, I like masculine, and like you could throw a little flower in there, but not for real. So I mean, it's the good stuff. It's eau de parfum. So I mean, it's not a bad perfume, but it's just not for me. So hopefully I don't hurt my mama's feelings when I tell her I'm finna put this in the mail. I want these hoses to be smaller. Is that possible? If you have shorter hoses on the back of your washer and dryer, let me know, because mine are long, and it make the machine stick out really far. And I'm sure it needs some room to breathe, but I need the space. I still have 2 packs left. But because I was at the store, I re-upped. One thing about me is that I love my necessities. When I travel, I'm that person. Like, if you need anything, you can guarantee that I got it in my bag. Like, I got the allergy medicine. I got the sunscreen. Everything you could think of on vacation, I have it, because I don't like to be without. I don't like to be inconvenienced. I don't like to inconvenience people, and I don't like to be without the things that are necessary for me to be good. So, like when the what you call that thing? When the panoramic came, I had already had enough tissue, enough paper towels. I had enough food already. Honestly, we had already started wearing masks and stuff because I heard from Lovely T that the COVID was coming from China. They had already, like, a Chinese doctor had made sent out a notification and arrested Saul because he ended up catching COVID and dying after they got upset that he told everybody. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. I had already started us on wearing masks, so I was ready as usual because I be prepared. I don't like not being prepared, basically is what I'm saying. So I just be having enough of everything we need except this. Y'all, I run out of borax so quick. Like, I mean, I don't follow the instructions, but I do put a lot in there. Sodium borate. Girl, I don't even really know what that is, but I just feel like my clothes be so fresh. Neutralizes odors and helps remove stains. A detergent booster. This is my favorite laundry item. If you know something, I'm sure y'all gonna say baking soda, but if you know something that is like borax but comes in a bigger box or even cheaper, I don't think this is expensive. But if y'all have another option, let me know because I uses this like for real. Got so many new pajamas. I love pajamas. I think so. I wanna have a barbecue. Not for my birthday, but I want to have like a big pajama party for my birthday because that's what I used to do for my birthday every year as a kid. I love sleepovers, to be honest. So I would love to rent like a really nice Airbnb. Although my house is nice, it's not, I don't have enough, I wouldn't want people sleeping on the floor. So I would like to rent a really nice Airbnb with like 8 beds in it, 8 rooms in it, 6 rooms in it, and like some full-size bunk beds or something. You know how they be putting like 2 sets of full-size bunk beds in one room in vacation homes. I would love to do that and just invite like all my friends, all Sean's friends, and just have a big sleepover. Of course, that would mean people without kids, and I am now reaching that age where everyone has children but us. Me making that statement does not mean you come in the comments and ask me why, because that's my business. I'm busy. The truth is because I'm busy. That's why we don't have kids. Doesn't mean I don't want to be. It just means I'm just taking my time. I'm living my life. I'm enjoying my life for now. You know? Soon enough, I'll be a mother if God wills. But right now, I ain't even trying. I don't want to get on a rant, but I'll say this. I want my kid to be here as a part of extraness. You know, I want to be good. I want my marriage to be good by itself. I don't want a kid to be our saving grace. I don't want a kid to be like what's necessary for us to be like, okay, now we need to have a kid. Maybe that'll help us XYZ. You know how a lot of people do that, and I don't want to be unfulfilled with my life before having a kid and being like, now I have something to live for. I don't want my life to be predicated on the outcome of who this child is, because people have children sometimes to save their own lives, and then they expect their kid to be their savior. Basically, they want their kid, like their happiness comes solely from their child, and I never want it to be that way. And so until I work through some of the things that I've had as issues personally, we just haven't had children. And now that I'm so much better, I'm now going back to school. So now I don't even got the time. But hopefully in 2 years after I graduate, we can start popping and nasty and I can have a couple children. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, if you cared. And I don't say that to offend anyone who has been in that situation. Again, this is my channel and I'm talking personally. So I personally don't want to be in a situation where my child is what motivates me to live and be here. I don't want my happiness and my growth and me being able to sustain life being predicated on a kid. It's not fair to the child. I'm saying that for me. If that's, you know, every family is different. I'm talking about me and my family. So please don't find offense in what I said.
¿Quieres todo más? Ok. Ok. ¿Listo? ¿Listo? Vamos.
In this house is always something, child. So they dropped it off, ran out the door before I could get them to test it out or whatever. And then plus it had this thing on it that you couldn't use it. So I didn't order it, so I don't know nothing about it. So I'm thinking I really have to do this in order to turn it on. So I go online, I do all that, which, you know, they weren't gonna stand here and do that while I done all that. But then it still wouldn't come on. So I realized, child, it ain't coming on because it don't got that little safety thing right here. So now he talking about he gotta see if it's in the truck. Like, I need to know now. It's cool or whatever. Huh? Woo! The middle one is for the fan. Enough space to move this closer to the treadmill and just do it right here. Ugly tail self. Hey y'all, it's me giving Coolio vibes. I worked out in the gym this morning. It took a lot because I was trying to get our treadmill came with like a free workout website, iFit. So it took a lot to get that going, but I didn't stop. And I did a really good workout this morning. Then I went ahead and washed my hair. I think I braided it yesterday. And then I put the bands on it while I was on the gym. I put the bands on it while I was on the treadmill. Oh, after the gym, I washed my hair and I ran a couple errands. Ooh. I didn't take the camera because, child, I don't know. I live in Georgia and yesterday was 91 degrees. Today is 87. So yeah, just some situations just ain't vlogging situations. Sometimes it's just hot and it's time to get in and out. Anyway, I took a trip to the Dollar Tree and they had these really cute binder pouches. I'm gonna use these for school. They're really cute, so I got them. I'm sure I found some use for them. They have like a zipper here and you can stick like documents inside. And then there's a button. Oop. It's a button. And you can put like your flash drives or, you know, cords, chargers, whatever. Yeah. So So I got 5 of these. And I got this basket, and I don't know what I'm gonna use it for, but it's that same gold color. I'm turning this room into my office indefinitely. I'm gonna get a day bed and put it in here, and this is gonna be my office until I get pregnant. Well, it's gonna be my office until probably like 5 months before I deliver. Then my child can have it. This is cute. And then I grabbed myself some flowers. I would have loved to go to the market, but it's hot. So I just got a little $5 bouquet from Kroger just to liven it up. I've been really loving keeping flowers all over the house, and this is very good in a pinch. Like, we live about 30 minutes from the market where you can get really pretty fresh florals. It's just not ideal to be driving all the way to Atlanta every day because we don't live in Atlanta anymore. When we moved to the burbs, so it's about a 30-minute drive to the city. So yeah, I mean, this is a nice little fix. They're $5. It's my bestie, y'all. Hey, Lauren. Hey, me. Y'all can't hear me because Steve and they talk louder than anybody on earth. But I'm getting my ceiling fan in now, so I can stop burning up in here. Now we just took a bath because I think I showed you, yeah. Sean put the ceiling fan up in my office. But now we're getting ready because our neighbors, our new friends that I've been telling y'all about, they invited us over to make personal pizza. I really wish I could take the camera so they're like, you know, like only like tilt the camera down and our hands making the pizza. But it's all good. Everything ain't for YouTubes. Middle. So I got a little light. It's orange, but it's fine. So I got my desk over here. This is really my beauty table, but I'm using it as a desk. I think I'm gonna buy another desk and put this back in the master bedroom, but don't tell nobody. And then this dresser we had to move out of the guest room, if y'all could remember. Hey. Yeah, so we stuck it in here because this is the largest guest room, and I love it here, like as a part of my office. I'm gonna change out these and those knobs there. This is what it's giving for now. Tomorrow's a big day because they will be here at 7 a.m. to fix our cabinets in the kitchen. I have not talked to you guys about that, but I will share with you why we're doing this in the morning. Hopefully I'm up before they come so I can run through it with you guys really quickly. That way you can see the before and after.
Get your face frame. This face frame I'm replacing.
I don't know. I just know what I reported. I don't know what part she sent in. And now I can't even see the problems. Oh. Hey y'all, I am beyond frustrated. I know I'm smiling, but this is what I do. They came to fix the cabinets. The cabinets look worse than they did before they got here. But the guy just kept saying, "Oh, let me do, like I want to make it right. I want to make it whatever." And I'm like, just leave it alone, because the issue is that, and this is a fault of probably my own, being a first-time home buyer. I didn't know these cabinets were wrapped. I thought they were gonna be like painted evenly with a gun, because I know that lasts. You know, if you get some solid wood cabinets and you paint over them, that's better than this out the box. But this was an upgrade, you know. So it was a point where he came and stood next to me and was like, what did he say? Oh, can I tell you something? You looking at it too much. First of all, we pay money for this. So if I want to look at it every day, that's what I'm going to do. Second of all, if I buy a brand new car, I don't expect to pull it out the lot with scratches and dents all over it. Third of all, this house is brand new. This house is brand new. How dare you come in my face and be passive as if I'm supposed to just be like, yeah, I mean, I expect imperfections because humans put this house together while building a neighborhood of 200 other homes. Well, 199. I did expect imperfection. I expect nail pops. I expect paint drips. I expect, you know, areas that need caulking. I don't expect for cabinets to have come straight out of a box to have issues. So I'm now just trying to process my attitude and check myself so that I can relax and not have this ruin my day. It's not his fault. Like, the ducks are back. We have ducks that come in the backyard. Anyway, it's not the guy's fault. He's really sweet. He has great customer service. But I don't like cheap things that I have to pay for. Like, for me, I'm gonna explain to y'all what I mean by that, and then I'm gonna go fix breakfast. When I like something that's expensive, and we've talked about this before, y'all. Let's say my chairs, for instance. I really wanted these like $2,000 chairs. Wait. Of course, I'm not gonna afford that right now. But I still want the look. And I may not want the look in a couple years, which is why I'm not going to afford that $2,000. Although I found an alternative, my alternative looks very good. Like, it looks high quality. Yes, there are some parts of it that I see that I'm like, okay, I see why this is this price. But all those things I can remedy, but as they come, it don't bother me. And I purchase those things. So when I purchase them, I look at it and say, I can deal with that. But when you're providing a service to someone, I feel like you should look at the product that you're providing and say, yeah, no, that's not okay. That's not acceptable. Or this one is good. We can leave this one in this house. But how dare you pull something out of a box? It's banged up, and then you have the nerve to have charge. Like, this is an extra charge. I wouldn't do business that way. Like, if I'm bringing you something, just because the item itself is quality, there needs to be some type of quality check to make sure that when you bringing it out of the box from the factory, that it's gonna be nice in people's homes. Like, it's different if I would have gone to Home Depot and chose color wrapped cabinets, and I opened the box and put them in the house and say, okay, they got a few dings on them, but that's okay. You provided a service. You dropped these off. So I'm annoyed. I'm not angry. But the more I talk about it, I am getting more than upset. And my heart is starting to hurt. So I'm going to turn this camera off and make me some breakfast and try to just relax for the rest of the day, because I don't like cheap stuff. Like, don't charge me extra for something cheap and then to be falling all apart. That's not cool. I'm just trying to relax, y'all. So I wanted to give y'all an update because I knew that if I didn't come and tell y'all what's going on right now, I wasn't going to pick up the camera for the rest of the day. And I probably won't pick up the camera for the rest of the day because I'm annoyed. All right, y'all, I'm feeling better. Whew. I had other things to be upset about since then. Today has been one of those days, but that's okay because I'm feeling better. I ate a grilled cheese sandwich. If you're new here, I love grilled cheese sandwiches. You're putting up the, I'm filming from my phone because the camera downstairs from the last time I was renting to y'all, and I'm on the treadmill. I ain't doing nothing for real. I'm just up here since I don't want to just be sitting. So I was like, might as well just stand up here and walk. Somebody got a bath.
Oh, I got it. There it is. Hold it.
I'm doing that. Is it worth it? Let me work it. Is it worth it? Let me work it.
Excuse me, babe.
Excuse me, babe.
Alright, all good.
That's code for get out the way, woman. Yay! So now when I take my classes, I'm gonna be like, okay, girl, work it. Almost there. But y'all, the other day, she told me I'm taking you up to 9. Who? Me? Couldn't have been talking to me, but she was, because we went up to 9 for like 2 minutes and then, we got TV.
You sure that ain't low?
That's good. You don't want to be looking up.
And
then when I do-
that higher than just me.
And then if I do floor exercises, I want to be able to see what's going on.
Yeah.
That's the perfect height for me.
Okay.
Turn it, swivel it,
Swivel it with me.
whichever way it's swivel.
Which you swivel all ways.
Go it that way. See? Oh, I'm gonna be in the class. I ain't know if I can do that. The homie got him a lawnmower. It's a newfangled thing, as he would say.
I like it.
You don't like it? You don't even know if you don't like it yet.
No, I like it.
Oh my God. He got a trimmer too, but that's probably easier to figure out than this. I think it's cute. It looks like one of them little kids' cars they sit inside and drive. What go in there?
Grass.
It don't stay on the ground.
No, man.
Who? Then where you dump it?
In the bag and in the garbage.
Oh. This transformer do his thing. Yes, this definitely looks like a go-go gadget. Can you extend that up?
This? Yep.
About to say, dang, how short they think people's. All right, y'all. Y'all know us. Always doing stuff we don't know what we doing. All right, now don't cut up my fence. That's fun. I want to try. They got a.
Put them inside.
Got an elder. Yeah, they got a.
You okay? You hurt your ankle? You sure you okay?
Wait a minute.
Come on. Come on.
Ooh, it's animals in this grass. It's these flip-flops.
You just go down the...
I usually walk over here and then come down. I want to play with it.
I know.
Ciao.
So you gotta hold this with your left hand in the front like this, and then you grip it like here, and
It's gonna rain on your head.
look at it. Are you watching it come to us?
Come on.
Go that way, man.
Get out! Right. I'm gonna see y'all next week.
Okay, so if you notice that on the lap, like, you see how you can't see any of my skin through the black, but you can see my skin through here.
Yeah.
So you are thicker.
It's growing.
Here, this is that drop that I was telling you. Once this catches up, so like maybe here, it's gonna
Start coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just be being patient.